Changing data within your cell content. Changing data within your worksheets. The hardest part about working with your worksheet is all this peripheral crap that Excel throws in. And you will see as you start working through the different combinations and different methods of inputting data, you're going to find Excel wants to interfere. I'm going to show you some tips or tricks or hacks on removing a lot of the interference that Excel seemingly wants to control while you input data. Here's the narrative. I'm going to explain inputting information, how to take some shortcuts, some of the obstacles you're going to face, some of the tools that we're going to incorporate, and some of the output that you're going to get. We're going to use various ribbon functions or features up here, and here's sort of a hint. And then here's just some images and photos and the different features or the different drop downs or tools within Excel. For example, we can go over here to this clear function, and if we hit this clear function, here's a dialog box. I'll explain what this is and a lot more. Ready? Let's go. Brad Williams, Excel Prime. Section 2.6, super easy ways to modify cell content. Modifying cell content. After you enter a value or text into a cell, you can modify it in several ways. You can delete the cell's content, replace the cell's content with something else, edit the cell's content. So if you enter ABC, hit enter, and you want to change that, you can go 1, 2, 3, hit enter, and that's a simple modification. To remove the 1, 2, 3, just hit the delete, or if you want to replace it with anything, let's go equals 1 plus 1, and then now you have a formula. You can see that formula up here in the formula bar, but it's that simple. Now, if you want to get a little more creative or you have more complexity in your data, you can make some other modifications. You can go to Home, Edit, and then hit Clear. And you're going to have a list of items here where you can make modifications. So if you hit Clear All to whatever cell, if you hit Clear All, it just cleared that particular cell. Now you can go back. If you want to reverse that, you go up here to the top of your quick access toolbar, hit the undo clear, and the formula reappears. Go back to clear. If you have a number of cells highlighted here and you wanted to clear content, clear that particular content. If you have data here, 1, 3, you have these highlighted, hit clear content, and it just cleared everything. So use this with discretion. As we move along, and I explain in further sessions, there's going to be areas where there's comments listed. There's going to be hypertext. You can use this particular method, or you can hit right click, and remember this toolbar. You can go in here and you can make some changes and modifications as you would with this clear. With that being said, I'm going to go into specifically what each of these actions accomplish. Clear all. Refer to down here on the right under figure number 2. The clear all clears everything from the cell, its contents, formatting, cell comments if it has one. Clear formats clears only the formatting and leaves the value text or formula. For example, if you go equals 2 plus 1, and we go up here to clear, and we hear clear format, now you see the formula stays, but the format is removed. All right, we're going to notice the background is yellow. The number is bold and underlined. Now, if you want to clear all of that, that's all formatting. To clear all that, you can go back up here and you can hit no fill. You can change this underline to whatever you want, or you can go to clear format, and you're going to see that it cleared the format. It also cleared the font size. So keep that in mind, that when you clear everything, clear formats, it's going to change your font size. Clear contents clears only the cell's content and leaves the formatting. Clear comments, if there are comments, then it will clear comments. Clear hyperlinks. Hyperlinks are just www dot whatever, http // it'll clear all of that. And you might want that entirely. And then remove hyperlinks. Be careful here. It may remove the entire text string. So just experiment as to what works for you. Replacing the contents of a cell. To replace the contents of a cell with something else, just activate the cell and type your new entry, which replaces the previous contents. ABC 1, 2, 3. That's simple. Entering the contents of a cell. If the cell contains only a few characters, replacing its contents by typing new data usually is the easiest. When you want to edit the contents of a cell, you can use one of the following ways to enter edit mode. Double-click the cell to edit the cell contents directly in the cell. Select the cell and press F2 to edit the cell contents directly in the cell. Or 3, select the cell that you want to edit and then click inside the formula bar to edit the cell contents in the formula bar. So if we type in next and then hit enter, then hit F2, you can modify this to now. With your mouse, go up to the formula bar and go never. Or just type over the existing word, put now, enter, simple, edit. Now, if you're editing formulas, we'll get into that in a second here, but it's going to be pretty much the same procedure. All of these methods cause Excel to go into edit mode. The word edit appears at the left side of the status bar of the bottom of the window. When Excel is in edit mode, F2, and you can see down here where it's in edit. You can hit escape and it goes to ready. Go to F2, edit, and then you can hit F2 again. That's enter, edit, enter, edit, enter. I'm just hitting F2 repeatedly. And if you want out of that particular mode, just escape and it goes to ready. Now, all of the methods cause Excel to go into edit mode. The word edit appears on the left side of the status bar at the bottom of the window. When Excel is in edit mode, the formula bar enables 2 icons. Cancel, the X up here, and the check mark. If you go in here, you're going to see the X and the check mark. If you like what you see, hit the check and you're good to go. If not, just highlight this, hit X. For example, if I put in equals A plus B, you can hit X, it'll delete that and take you back to your original data. Otherwise, you type in anything, and if you like that, you can hit this enter, or you can just hit your enter key. Either way, it does the same method while you're in the edit mode. Go back up here, hit F2. You can see you're still in the edit mode. You can see this is still highlighted. If you're happy with that, just hit escape. You're back into the ready mode. When you're editing a cell, the formula bar enables 2 new icons, as I explained earlier. You have the cancel and the enter. You're in the ready mode. Highlight this, go into this particular, just click the formula bar and it goes to edit automatically. Now you have a lot of options here. Saturday is spelled incorrectly. You can use your back arrow to move any direction, left or right, up or down. You hit the up arrow, it's going to take you to the beginning. If you hit the down arrow, it's going to take you to the end. If you hit the left arrow, you can move it left or right. And then you can just hit delete. I just hit the delete key twice. And then you can make the changes however you want. You can green button or cancel. You can go Sunday, like whatever you want. You can hit the tab mode and it's going to take you, remember I explained earlier, the tab mode. Add new characters at the location of the insertion point. Move the insertion point by doing one of the following, using the navigation keys to move within the cell. That's the up arrow, down arrow, left and right. Pressing home to move the insertion point to the beginning of the cell. So we hit home. You can hit down arrow, up key. You can press end. This again on the keyboard or the arrows. So you can select multiple characters, press shift while you're using the navigation keys. So let's say Saturday and Monday. You can hit the up key, that'll take you to the very beginning. The down key will take you to the end. You can hit the home key and accomplish the same thing. You can hit the Shift key and that will highlight the entire document and you can make whatever changes. Select characters while you're editing a cell, use the mouse, just click and move around with your mouse, highlight any cells and hit the delete key. And then add, let's say, an and sign. And delete a character to the left of the insertion point, just hit the backspace, Sunday and Monday. So I want to get rid of the and sign, and then I just put and. Go to the Monday and hit delete and replace it with Monday. You have the formula bar. You can go directly to the cell. You have a lot of different options to modify your data. Be sure to check out all of our Excel courses. Excel data and text manipulation. We have an advanced beginners and intermediate course. Excel essentials. This is for individuals new to Excel. We have an advanced, excellent beginners, level 1 and level 2, and intermediate level course. Excel formulas, formulas only. We have a beginner, an advanced, and an intermediate level course. Click on any of the links. There's a short video that explains everything about the course. Check it out. Learn some handy data entry techniques. You can use the Advanced tab in Excel's options to select a number of helpful input options settings. Automatically moving the selection after entering data. By default, Excel automatically selects the next cell down when you press the Enter key after entering data into the cell. To change the setting, choose File, Options, and click the Advanced tab. The checkbox that controls this behavior is labeled. We go to File, Options, Advanced, and here you'll see Editing Options. After pressing Enter, move selection right, left, up, or down. Selecting a range of input cells before entering data. When a range of cells is selected, here's a range. All you do is hold your mouse left key, hold it down, and just scroll. Here is the range. It's G50, G49 to G56. When a range of cells is selected, Excel automatically selects the next cell in the range when you press Enter. If you enter, say, the number 51 in cell E51, but you want that 51 in E52, 53, 54, highlight whatever cell you want duplicate data, hit 51, and then hit Ctrl+Enter. It fills that data. Another technique is to put 51, and then hit Ctrl+C, highlight whatever cell you want, and hit Ctrl+V. Changing modes. You can press F2 to change between enter mode and edit mode, as we discussed earlier. For example, if you're typing a long sentence in enter mode and you realize that you spelled a word wrong, you can press F2 to change to edit mode. In edit mode, you can move through the sentence with your arrow keys to fix this spelled word. Go like this, and in here, you have this particular random data. You can hit F2, as we have in the past. Use your arrow key, the backspace, the arrow key. You can use your mouse. You can make whatever changes you want and just press Enter. That's simple. You also can use the other techniques I explained earlier. Entering decimal points automatically. You can change the format of your data numeric entries. For example, if you're used to just entering data with a decimal point, someone who doesn't want to do it like that and you want 125.45 and you want it automatically for whatever reason, you can change that particular format. You can go to the method we went to earlier about changing whether you want to move up or down in any particular cell. You can do the same thing here. You can go to File, Advanced, Options, Advanced. You can go down here. You can change your decimal, automatically insert a decimal point here. You can enter that here in the future. You can go 1, 2, 4, 5, and it automatically enters that decimal. Now, it can be a little dangerous if you forget about that data. It could screw up your data entry, but if that's the way you do your stuff, that's an option. If you want to remove that particular style, just go to File, Options, Advanced. Just turn that option off, and you hit 12455, and it goes back to its original format. Brad Williams, XL Prime.